Hi guys, thought I'd do a quick video for you guys today as part of the blog party. And carrying on from my post about using fabric, I thought I would show you how I made one of the fabric flowers that was on my layout. Now this is what the pieces of fabric look like when they come from Stampin' Up. But you know, you can go into any fabric store and get a fat quarter or whatever, and it looks something like this. So I'm just going to cut a strip, and I'm, as you can see, measuring very carefully. I'm just going to rip it. That's a sewing trick that I learned to get nice. It actually gives you a nice straight edge. Okay, now the giant glue dots I was talking about, I have two different varieties. So these are the first ones that I bought. They're called Gloobers, and I don't know if you can see them. They're 2 inches in diameter. And then Stampin' Up! Came out with their own giant ones. They just call them Jumbo Sticky Rounds. So, you know, when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I had to buy these as well. And these are 2.5 inches. So I punched a circle of cardstock. It totally by accident, but it actually matches the fabric perfectly. And I'm just seeing, so that is the exact same size as my punch. So this is a 2.5 inch round punch that I used. So I think I will use this Stampin' Up! One instead of the Gloobers one, just because it is the exact same size. It just doesn't really matter. Now let's see if I can get this on exactly. Okay, now I'm going to peel back the other side, if it'll let me, and I'm going to have a giant sticky glue dot, which is going to be a little bit tricky to manipulate, but we'll make it work. And I'm just going to take my fabric and I'm going to roll it up just like this. And again, being super precise, I'm going to eyeball the middle and stick the middle of my fabric down. And I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to twist this around, turn my giant glue dot, and stick it down. I'm sure you can already see that I'm off center. But the fabric is quite forgiving. You can, make it looser or tighter depending on what your needs are. And I'm just going to keep twisting and turning the glue dot. Twisting the fabric, turning the glue dot. The more you twist, the tighter the rolled flower you get. And obviously, the looser it is, the looser your flower. So again, that's a personal preference. If you like seeing some of the raw edges, for sure, leave it a bit looser. That would give it a nice distressed, almost vintage look, especially if you added a bit of ink to it afterwards. A nice soft brown would be good. Now you could do the same thing with hot glue, but you have to work quite fast with hot glue, and well, it's hot. I don't know about you, but I tend to burn my fingers. Okay, now you can see that I'm going to have some extra glue dot around the edges, and that's fine because I'll just fold that under. Actually, no, I'll just cut it right off. Okay, and there we have it. It's all ready for your project. Now this little end guy, I'm just going to tuck slightly underneath. Like that. And then he will stay. Now if you want to make it a little bit nicer, you can add a button or a brad, or, sorry, I'm just grabbing what I have on hand here. You could put like a butterfly in the middle with some gems. That would be quite nice, just to dress it up a bit. There are lots of wonderful brads out there. I'm Stampin' Up! Did some really good sort of antique-y ones. That would be quite nice. I don't know if you guys can see that. Something like that. Or silver. What else do we have? Ooh, this would be fun. This is from one of my favorite Simple Storylines, the I Heart Summer. Wouldn't that be fun? A little bicycle in there. So you get the idea, and you can put gems in there, you know, whatever your heart desires. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that and it helps you know how to make them yourself. Thanks.